Hi everyone, I'm Divya Parekh. I'm the CEO and founder of the DP Group. The DP Group provides business, leadership, and executive coaching services. Today, I'm going to share with you the 5 things I wish someone told me before I started my own company. But first, I would like to thank the stars who make a difference for giving me the opportunity to share some of the things I've learned over the years. Number 1 is practice servant leadership. Servant leadership is one of the main principles that has guided my life, and I wish somebody had explained it to me when I started my career instead of having it to learn it through my own experience. So servant leadership sounds counterintuitive or paradoxical, but it means that you lead by being a servant to those who work for you and work with you. And what I mean by this is that when you help others, you also help yourself. The analogy I always use when I explain this is an ocean. In the ocean, there are many different plants and animals just going about their business. But while they're doing what they need to survive, they indirectly help others survive. But while they're doing what they need to survive, they indirectly help others survive and thrive as well. This interdependence is what I always try to create wherever I go. Because when you build a community of interdependent people, you will create a human ocean that nurtures everyone. Number 2, collaborate, don't compete. My clients often ask me, Divya, how do I stand out from the crowd? How can I beat my competitors? Believe me, I've also asked myself these questions many times. It took time for me to realize the truth. You don't necessarily have to compete. In fact, in many situations, it's wiser to cooperate and to collaborate. When you compete against another person, you are trying to be better than they are. But in this situation, there is no knowledge or experience being shared between yourself and your competitor. When you collaborate with other people, however, there's a mutual understanding. All parties involved are willing to share knowledge in an effort to reach a mutually beneficial outcome. In business, this mutual understanding and willingness to share knowledge can improve overall performance, enhance employee productivity, and invite new business. Successful companies regularly share knowledge because no one company has all of the answers. When you collaborate instead of compete, you give your knowledge to others. In return, you also receive massive value. Number 3, build relationships that matter. We all do things in our lives for the sake of happiness, but many times it's for our own personal gain. Going on vacation, trying a new restaurant, hanging out with friends are a few examples. However, we often overlook others in our quest for happiness. There's a recent study by Harvard that said seeing a close friend when you don't expect to see them gives the level of happiness equivalent to making $100,000 paycheck. It makes sense that I truly enjoyed most of my corporate career because people have been important to me throughout my life. My natural inclination helped both my career as well as my personal well-being. It's absolutely essential to develop relationships with people you get along well with, to be happy and successful. In resonant relationships, people understand one another and embrace each other's shortcomings. In these resonant relationships, also allow the free sharing of emotions, ideas, thoughts, and feelings, all of which can help you grow both in your career and as a person. Trust me, I have gotten into some tight situations during my career, and that's when my friends and relationships really saved me. Number 4, stay in the present. We've all made mistakes in the past, right? I know I have. But just thinking about those mistakes won't get you anywhere. Dreading the future can also stall you in the present moment. If you want progress, you have to be mindful of yourself, your thoughts, your actions, and your surroundings at all times. Being in the present helps you to maintain a positive and practical outlook towards everything. A mindful spirit allows you to both learn from the past and apply the lessons you learned to the task at hand without creating a foreboding future. Number 5, be yourself. I honestly cannot stress this enough. Be yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not. The world is growing rapidly. More and more people are entering the career you are in. You're not just going to stand out if you just fit in. There will be no way to distinguish you from the rest of the crowd if you're just a carbon copy of someone else. Now is the time to be your authentic self. Even if that means showing some of your unique quirks to the world and accepting your faults as who you are. Just be yourself, and you won't feel guilty for having imperfections. Of course, nobody's born perfect, but if you think of your imperfections as the traits that make you different, and accept all that as you, your strengths and your weaknesses, this is the first step to becoming a more successful and a better person. As you gain momentum, you constantly improve in order to become the best version of yourself. These are my 5 things I wish someone told me before I started my own company. And I hope they were helpful to you. Again, I'm Divya Parekh, the CEO and founder of the DP Group. Until next time.